am Seayoung Yim. I use she, her pronouns. I am originally from Washington State. I was born in Los Angeles, but pretty much grew up in Washington State. So what the play is about is a father and daughter team. The daughter is a star golfer, and the father is sort of her manager, her coach, her everything. And the play opens with her at this huge tournament, sort of really modeled after the LPGA. I didn't know if I could say LPGA, so I made up a fake tournament. And so this is supposed to be like her defining moment, the culmination of all their hard work and sacrifice. And the father sacrifices a lot. And it's really a way to talk about like the modernization of Korea, which has happened so rapidly. Under like a lot of turbulent times through colonization and war. And so that's something I learned in grad school, actually, more about how quickly Korea had to modernize within like 50 years. And now it's wild to be like, people know Korean movie stars and singers, and there's fandom. But when I was growing up, people didn't even know where Korea was. I really was so shocked. I had no idea if, I just applied because, as writers would keep telling you have to keep applying. And I'm just trying to like keep up my rejection letter list. So I wasn't expecting any of this. So this is just a complete shock and best news I've had all year. So I'm so grateful. I was part of a Korean progressive organization in Washington, in Seattle, and we learned a lot about like Korean history and about the Korean War, and just learning about intergenerational trauma and how that gets passed on. And then it just clicked of like, wow, this makes sense as a framework of why my family is the way they are and why so many of my friends who have parents of the same generation are this. And so then I got it gave me some kind of language to sort of think about how to write about it. So I think that really helped. And the community really gave me confidence. But I was really hesitant to call myself a writer for a really long time. I was just like, I need to do one more thing and then one more thing. And then I could be, so yeah. I love rehearsal. That is my favorite part. I actually get kind of sad when rehearsal's over because that's when you play and explore and try, and accidents. I love accidents because by the time the script is done, I'm like so bored with my own words. I'm like, what are you gonna do with it? So I think those are some of the reasons. And then I think of like Anne Washburn's play Mr. Burns, post-electric play, like what theater will be even if there's an apocalypse. And I sort of love that. Like if the oil runs out and we're just sitting by a campfire, could still do theater. It's not going to be at a Lort house, but we are still going to make theater. And I love that. Whether we're recreating The Simpsons or whatever, you could still make it with your community, I guess.